The holographic display flickered in the grand chamber of the Galactic Council, showing the burning world of Kepler 442b in real time. Councillor Zethkar's four eyes blinked in sequence as he watched the orange flames consume what had once been a thriving colony of 12 million souls. "The situation is beyond salvage," announced High Chancellor Vexithera, her crystalline voice echoing through the chamber. "The plasma storms have reached critical mass. Any rescue attempt would result in certain death for the rescue teams." The assembled representatives from 47 different species nodded in solemn agreement. Their advanced calculations were unanimous. The electromagnetic interference from the plasma storms made it impossible for their ships to penetrate the planet's atmosphere safely. The colonists of Kepler 442b, a mixed settlement of Aldorians, Centaurians, and other species, were doomed. "We must evacuate the orbital stations and establish a quarantine perimeter," suggested Councillor Mordex, his tentacles writhing with nervous energy. "The plasma storms could spread to the neighboring systems." "Agreed," the High Chancellor declared. "All vessels are to withdraw to a safe distance of 10 astronomical units. We will hold a moment of silence for the lost." As the Council prepared to abandon the burning world, a small human delegation sat quietly in the observers section. Captain Sarah Chen, Ambassador Marcus Rivera, and Chief Engineer Yuki Tanaka had been monitoring the proceedings with growing unease. 12 million people, Chen whispered, her hands clenched into fists. "They're just going to leave them." Ambassador Rivera stood slowly, his voice cutting through the chamber's murmur. "High Chancellor, the human delegation requests permission to address the Council." Vexithara's form shimmered with what could have been annoyance. "Ambassador Rivera, surely you understand the situation. The mathematical probability of survival is 0.003%. We don't care about the math," Rivera interrupted, causing a ripple of shock through the chamber. "We care about the 12 million lives on that planet." Councillor Zethkar's translator crackled. "Humans, your emotional response is understandable, but logic must prevail. You lack the technology to survive such conditions. Even our most advanced ships cannot penetrate those storms." Chief Engineer Tanaka stepped forward, her tablet displaying technical readouts. "Our ships might not be as sophisticated as yours, but they're built differently. Human engineering prioritizes durability and redundancy over efficiency. We can modify our heat shields and electromagnetic shielding." "Impossible," scoffed Mordex. "The temperatures reach 30,000 degrees Celsius. The electromagnetic interference would fry any electronic system." Captain Chen joined her colleagues. "Then we'll use analog systems. Manual controls. Whatever it takes." The chamber erupted in clicks, whistles, and electronic warbles, the sound of 47 species expressing disbelief simultaneously. "This is madness," declared the High Chancellor. "We cannot authorize a suicide mission." Ambassador Rivera's eyes hardened. "You're not authorizing anything. We're informing you of our decision. The human ships are already en route." The Council's viewing screen shifted to show 3 human vessels breaking formation from the evacuation fleet, their hulls glowing as they accelerated toward the burning planet. The ships were crude by galactic standards, blocky, inelegant things held together by welds and determination. "This is Captain Elena Vasquez of the UES Indomitable," a voice crackled through the chamber's communication system. "We're beginning our descent through the storm layer." The Council watched in stunned silence as the human ships plunged into the roiling chaos surrounding Kepler 442b. The vessels bucked and rolled, their hulls turning cherry red from the heat, but they pressed on. "Hull integrity at 60% and falling," reported another voice. Switching to manual navigation, Councillor Zethkar's translator was barely audible. "They're actually doing it." For 3 agonizing hours, the Council monitored the human rescue operation. Ship after ship dove through the plasma storms, their crews working in conditions that should have killed them instantly. When their sophisticated sensors failed, they navigated by dead reckoning. When their computers overloaded, they operated everything by hand. The first evacuation shuttle broke through the storm layer carrying 800 refugees. Then another. And another. "This is impossible," whispered High Chancellor Vexthera. "The mathematical models clearly stated." "Your models didn't account for human stubbornness," Ambassador Rivera replied, unable to hide his pride. By the time the last human ship limped out of the plasma storms, they had evacuated 11.7 million colonists. The cost was severe. 2 ships lost, 43 crew members dead, and hundreds more injured. But they had saved nearly everyone. The council chamber remained silent for a long moment, as the rescued colonists were transferred to the waiting medical ships. Finally, Counselor Mordek spoke, his voice filled with something approaching awe. "How did you know it was possible?" Captain Chen, her uniform scorched and her face blackened with soot, looked up at the assembled aliens. "We didn't, but impossible just means nobody's tried hard enough yet." The High Chancellor's crystalline form pulsed slowly. "In all our calculations and all our advanced modeling, we forgot one variable." "What's that?" asked Ambassador Rivera. "That sometimes the right choice isn't the logical one. It's the human one." As the rescue fleet departed Kepler 442b, leaving the burning planet to its cosmic fate, the galaxy learned something new about the strange species called humans. When faced with impossible odds, when logic dictated retreat, when even the most advanced civilizations walked away, humans walked into the flames. The Council had abandoned them once, declaring the mission impossible. But humans had a different definition of impossible. For them, it simply meant not yet attempted by humans.